Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube. Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and today we are going to work with the Amor Eterno collection from Melt Cosmetics. So these are the two palettes. We have the Vida palette and we have the Muerte palette, and Vida means life and Muerte means death, if you did not know. This collection is their holiday collection. It is for the Day of the Dead. And it is beautiful. And Melt Cosmetics did send me these two palettes. I personally own pretty much almost everything that Melt Cosmetics has ever come out with. I own most of their stacks. If you haven't seen their stacks, actually let me grab one really quick so I can show you. Okay, so all of their eyeshadows used to come in these stacks, right? And so the top one is a little mirror, and then the eyeshadows, this is the radioactive stack. So there's 4 different colors, and I'm so glad that they've kind of not necessarily moved away from these, because they still do have these, but I'm glad that they're making more actual palettes, because I feel like with these, they all look like this, and except for like the one special like blueprint stack or something like that looked a little bit different. But for me, when I see that, I'm not inspired to do anything with it, because I have to open each one or look at the bottom and see, you know, what stack I'm using. And so I'm really glad that they started doing palettes. So I do own the Smoke Sessions palette. That's the only other palette. No, I own the radioactive palette, but I have not used it yet. So this is the Muerte palette, and the packaging on the inside matches perfectly. It is raised. These palettes just went on sale for Black Friday, and this is the inside of the palette. Hold on, I don't want to show you my mess of makeup here. So this is the palette. I have swatched these, and then the Vida palette is brighter, and I'm actually going to use both palettes together today, and then I will also do a video using each palette individually. And did I say Melt Cosmetics sent these to me? Well, they did. So I'm very thankful to them. This is also raised, very beautiful packaging, and I love that together the palettes, I just dropped something, big surprise, make a beautiful sugar skull. So I'm going to use both of these palettes together today, and this is the Vida palette. Hold on. This palette actually reminded me a little bit of the Kaleidos Neon, the VR Neon, minus the pink palette, but which I do have videos coming with those. So I'm going to prime my eyes with my Anastasia eyeshadow primer. This is what I would normally use, so I want to kind of use it. Oh, I was saying I own the Smoke Sessions palette. I did not have the best experience with that palette, but they did reformulate it. So they had refunded me my money, because when I got my shadows, they just kind of crumbled. And I send them pictures and everything. So they had refunded me my money for the Smoke Sessions palette, and then they took it off and then they reformulated it. But I'm very happy that they're doing more, like I said, more palettes and less stacks, just because I think the stacks is like a very innovative idea, but at the same time, when you can't see, you know, what's inside. Now, they did recently come out with, or not necessarily recently, but they came out with pans that you can actually, because these are magnetic, so you can lay them flat, each one, and I like that idea. But at that point, it's just like having like a Z palette. So I don't know, I'm just glad that we now have these palettes. So I have no idea what I want to create. Oh, I should have thought about this before I started. Okay, I think I want to start, let me see. Okay, I want to start in Noche Eterna, which is the deep blue right here. And I'm going to place that on my outer corner, my outer V. And like I said, I will be doing looks with each of these palettes separately, but I wanted to combine the two together today because I think it's fun. And I don't know how many shades from each palette I'm going to use, but I just wanted to use them. And I've had these for quite a while, and I should have done my video sooner, but I mean, I'm not required to do a video or anything, but like, I know that I should have done it sooner, but I didn't because you guys know I was, like, I actually got them while I was sick with the flu and strep throat, and I'm much better now, but I just haven't been able to film with them. So this is very, very dark blue. It's beautiful though. I love it. And I think that these color stories, especially the Muerte color story, is very unique in terms of the color story, like putting the shades together. Although I probably have in my collection each of the shades individually. And actually, at the time that I'm filming this, my amazing friend Kailee Wesley did a video where she duped the palettes, and I am going to link that video up in the cards here if you guys want to go check it out. She duped it with like ColourPop, Looksy Beauty, Coastal Scents. So, and she duped both palettes, and when she showed the swatches on her arm, and even showed them in the pan, but especially when she swatched them on her arm, I could tell that literally there's like no difference when you are using them. So if you want dupes or dupe ideas for them, I definitely recommend going and checking out Kaylee's video. So now I'm going to use the shade Lagrimas, and that is this shade right here. It is like a matte seafoam green. And I just want to take that across the rest of my crease and kind of above that blue shade. I will say I was kind of playing around with these shades, and this blue shade does very quickly turn like greenish when you add the greens in, but it's very pretty. And I do think that the color stories are beautiful, and I think that they're very unique. But I think it depends on what kind of a look you are going for. You can always pull in other shadows from other palettes. I used to be the type of person that would only work from like one palette at a time. So that Anya would say that these aren't really complete color stories just for me. But lately I've been more okay with, you know, doing pulling in multiple palettes, although I still kind of have the feeling like I want to be able to use just one palette. So I'm going to take a little bit more of Noche Eterna and just make sure I didn't lose any of this pigmentation. These mattes are very, very, very deep and very, very pigmented. Okay. My dogs are barking in the other room, and I don't know what they're barking at. Actually, Sophie is probably barking at the chameleon again, and then the other two dogs are barking because she's barking, and they don't really know what they're barking at. Let me actually go see. Okay, I have no idea what they were barking at. I'm pretty sure it was the chameleon. Okay, so that looks really pretty. And now I think I want to dip into the Vida palette, this one right here, and I want to use this shade right here, which is called Serape. And I'm going to take my NYX glitter glue. Usually when I do like a first impressions, which this is what this is, I don't actually cut the crease. I just do like kind of a faux cut crease with my NYX glitter glue. And that's what we're gonna do today. So I'm just gonna grab like a flat pointy shader brush. Let me know if any of you guys picked this up, and if you did you pick up both? Did you only pick up one? Like I said, definitely go check out Kailee's video. I'm so proud of her because she did such a good job duping. Like, I feel like a lot of times you can kind of dupe an eyeshadow palette, but there's always like that one shade that is like really unique, and you know, there's nothing like it, and or you don't have anything like it at all in your collection. But she did a really good job duping like every single shade in that palette, so I was very impressed. Good job, Kailee. So I'm going to take Serape on this Morphe brush, and very metallic. And actually, oh, hold on. Did I want to use the blue, the dark blue? I did. Hold on. We'll just do it on a different brush. I'll set this to the side for 1 second. And I forgot I wanted to use Katrina, which is this beautiful metallic blue here. So I really do like Melt Cosmetics. I like their aesthetic. I think they have some unique things in their collection. I would like to try some of their lip products. I've heard that they're amazing. And I like that they're always coming up with like, you know, new and different color schemes. Oh wait, I own another palette from them, the Impulsive palette, which I still haven't done more than one look with. Oh, that is my goal. Like, my 2020 goal is to go back and do lots of looks with the palettes that I've only done one look with. I actually have some fun new things that I'm going to be doing on my channel, okay? I don't know how much of a difference that made just because I already had the dark blue, but it just looks a little bit more metallic now. So I'm going to take, I'm going to take the Serape shade, and I'm just going to put that across the rest. See, Jeffrey starts barking when Sophie's barking, and he has no idea what he's barking at. He just knows that she's barking, and that's not okay. Either that or they're barking at somebody out the window. Dog mom life. Okay, that is beautiful. These shades are, the metallics are really pretty. The metallics are what got to me in the Smoke Sessions palette too. And I actually want to do more looks with that one because I never did a look with the more neutral side of it, only the green side. But after, like, I'll try to remember to link the video, but ooh, the palette, what it looked like when I was done with it. It was just, and I did not go in hard. Like, I think I showed in the video how I did it. So I'm going to go in with Angelito, which is this lightest shimmer, which is kind of like the seafoam green equivalent, like metallic equivalent. And I'm just going to put that kind of in the middle. Melt Cosmetics eyeshadows do definitely have fallout. That is for sure. And even though these are beautiful, unique color stories, I am so excited to have these palettes. Like, do not get me wrong. I'm so excited. I love them. I will use them. But I do feel like, I just feel like lately especially, we always have such a pressure to buy like the newest, the latest, the greatest like things that come out. And I just feel like if we look in our collections, we probably have something similar. But for me, I still would have bought these even if I hadn't been sent them because I love the packaging and I do think it's very unique. Like, it is probably the most unique holiday collection I've seen. And I'm very glad that they made them. Okay, I just went a little bit with the Lagrima shade. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do my base, and I'll be right back to finish up the under eyes. Okay, so I've done my foundation, and I'm going to go in with my ColourPop eyeliner in Puppy. Wow. I don't remember it being that intense. That is crazy. All right, well, I guess I chose the right shade, because on my lower lash line, I want to go in with the reds and the orange. Look at how intense that is. That's amazing. Okay, so, and I don't mean to sound negative, like when I'm saying, you know, like, oh, you can dupe these palettes, you don't need these palettes, da, 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 da. Like, I just don't ever want you guys to feel like I am trying to sell you something, because I'm never doing that. So I'm going to go in with the shade Mexicana here first, and then I'm going to go into the shade Alegria right here for the inner portion. And I left some powder under my eyes so that hopefully it won't, uh-oh. Oh no, okay, that's showing up. I was like, uh-oh, I still have a little bit of blue there, but I think it's still showing up. Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure it was showing up as pigmented as I want it to. But I wanted to get in some of these reds, and the orange is just stunning, stunning. Which I think actually there's something on, I heard something about that the shade Alegria is a pressed pigment or something, so not for the eyes, but I've never had an issue with pressed pigments on my eyes. This side is a little bit patchy, but I do think Melt Cosmetics did an amazing job with this collection. I'm not at all saying that they didn't. I just know that it can get to be a lot when, ooh, that shade though, it could just get to be a lot. And I just know, looking at this look, that I could create this look with other things in my collection and not have to, you know, have these specific palettes. Because I know, for instance, the top portion, I've done something similar with like the Angelica Nyquist palette from Divina, and, you know, just stuff in my collection. So I just don't want you guys to feel the pressure of having to buy new things all the time. All right, so, but they are beautiful, and they did an amazing job with the collection. And I love, you know, the culture and the history behind the collection. I think is just so beautiful. And I love how the palettes, although I'm telling you, the palettes, I was going to say, I love how the palettes create a sugar skull when you put them together. And that is precisely what would have made me purchase both palettes, because the Vida palette, I probably would not have purchased on its own. If I was, you know, if I had bought these on my own, I probably would have skipped out on the Vida and just gotten the Muerte palette, because because like I said, it reminds me of the VR Neon palette from Kaleidos. So enough that I wouldn't feel like I really needed it in my collection. But they knew that if they made it so that the two make a skull together, that people would be like, but I need both so that they can create a sugar skull when I hold them together. Oh, it's the little things that suck me in, you know what I mean? So, and now I'm like, okay, well, the only two palettes that I don't own from Melt Cosmetics are the Gemini palette and the, what is it called? The 20, is it the 7 palette or the 27 palette? I don't know. Something like that, which is just a warm neutral palette. Like, I don't need it, but I'm like, the completionist is in me is like, But I own everything from Melt other than those two things in terms of palettes and stuff. This is just my Cheekathon palette from Benefit, and my blush was the MAC Simpsons Pink Sprinkles shade that I pulled out from my Shop My Stash with Chip. I will link that video up here. The dogs are going ballistic and there's nothing I can do to stop them. Okay, for highlighter, I think I'm just going to use my Ofra Retrograde. I need to find, I have a package from Ofra. I don't know where I put it. And it has a bronzer that smells like hot cocoa in it. And it has a primer from them that I've never tried. And I don't know what I did with it. I'm hoping I didn't pack it up, because if I did, I won't see it for a while. But this has literally been one of my favorite highlighters. I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of my favorite highlighters of 2019. I am going to do a countdown to the new year where I do, like I did last year, where I do my favorite products of 2019, but I'm going to do it like in look form like I did last year, where I basically just did, I think it was like 6 or 7 videos where I just did a full look each time with my favorites, not in any particular order. Well, I think I put the palettes in order, but not any of the other products. Okay, a little bit of mascara. And I don't know what I did with my mascara, so we'll go in with this one. I don't know what I did with my Monsieur Big. Oh, and I need an inner corner highlight. That is my one criticism, I guess, about these palettes, is that there's only one inner corner highlight pretty much for both palettes together, and that's in the Muerte palette. And I think it's the shade Calacas, which I believe means skeleton, like specifically a skeleton used for the Day of the Dead. But it's the pale, like yellowish gold shade. But as I said, we all have, like, you know, inner corner highlights. I'm not going to put very much mascara on my lower lash line, because if I do, it will deepen up the brightness of the orange and the red, and I don't want that, because I think it's beautiful. And so I guess I'll take Calacas for the purpose of this video, and that is the shade right here. And it is a shimmery shade. It's pretty, but it's the only inner corner highlight, so I would have preferred maybe one in the other palette too, just for a little bit more versatility. But for this look especially, I think it'll be nice because it'll look kind of yellowish, and that will turn my look into a rainbow look. And who does not love rainbow looks? I don't know, probably some people, but I love rainbow looks. As you can see, I'm wearing my rainbow skeleton shirt, and I actually have on, these are Sugar Skull, maybe it's easier to show you this one, Sugar Skull hoops. I don't remember where I got them. I was trying to think about that before this video. And of course, there's the mascara I was looking for. Okay, so I'm going to take this Jordana Easy Liner for Lips Silver Lilac Lip Pencil. I really don't know what to do for the lips. I was originally going to use Jeffree Star's Triggered. It's hard to tell with that packaging if it would look good, but... Oh, and I'm going to link a video down below, because Debbie Knoblauch did a lip tutorial and on how she does her lipstick, because she is perfect at applying lipstick and liquid lipstick and lip liner. And I don't know why, but it never occurred to me to go like this so that I get a lip line down here. And just the way she explained everything was amazing. So I'm going to link that video up here. Definitely go check it out if you want to get better at applying your lipstick. because since I like watched that, I watched it actually like 5 times. Since I've watched it, I have gotten so much better. It takes me a little bit longer, but I don't look like I have crooked Joker lips anymore. So thank you, Debbie. All right. I like that. I have no clue what to wear with it. Let me see what I have here. Oh, I know. I'll use this. I love this lipstick. This is the Mary J. Blige and MAC collaboration, and it is called French Silk. I highly recommend this lip color. It looks good with so many different lip pencils. And it like kind of just changes like the look. So this will go in my lipstick challenge and giveaway box for anyone that doesn't know. I'm doing that with Debbie, and I'm just taking a little bit of the Huda Beauty lip strobe and just putting that on the center. This is in the shade Shameless. I really do like these. All right, so this is the finished first look with the Melt Cosmetics Amor Eterno collection, using both palettes together. So let me know what you think down below. Let me know if there is a specific, you know, color scheme, I love doing this, that you want. And I don't know, somebody said these were, oh, they are kind of magnetic. Okay. I mean, they won't stay up if you hold them like this, but they are magnetic. So let me know if there's a specific color scheme that you want me to do when I do my looks with each of the palettes individually, but I will definitely be doing that at some point. I love you guys so much. Oh, and I was just gonna say, I also think that this palette would be great if you were gonna do some Christmas looks, which maybe I'll do, if you were to use the reds and then the greens over here. So maybe we'll do that. But yeah, let me know if there's anything specific you want me to do with these two palettes. Thank you to Melt Cosmetics for sending them to me. I was planning, like I said, on purchasing them anyway, but definitely go check out Kaylee's video if you want to see dupes. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.